Hey, hi, how you going? My name's Capra, and for the past few months, I've been purchasing very cheap, very easy video games to see just how much Gamerscore I could acquire in a month. Well, that month has just come to a close. I chose December because I wanted to end the year artificially inflating a number on my Xbox profile because that's what Christmas spirit is all about. Right? Right? Spoiler alert, yes, that is indeed what Christmas spirit is all about. So, after accumulating all of these games over 2 or 3 months, December finally arrived. And it was time to kick my pale, nerdy ass into overdrive. I will actually say, just before we kick this off, the Xbox DVR, which is how I record all of my footage, does not actually record the overlay of achievements popping. So there will not be a single achievement popping in this video, but rest assured, I did indeed put myself through hell to get all of this. What's he mean through hell? Didn't he have fun doing this? December 1st. Yes, December 1st. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a Sunday. And it went for... It was 24 hours long. So December 1st rolled around and your boy got out of the gates hard. Very, very, very hard. My starting gamer score on December 1 was already an unhealthy amount. 226,185. I promise... Listen, I promise I go outside. Sometimes. I walk my dog every day, alright? Game number 1 to kick this absolutely geeky month into action was an absolute banger known as Super Box Land D-Make. Yep. This is actual footage of the game. I know what you're thinking, alright? And let me tell you, yes, it was nearly my game of the year. It barely missed out. I can highly recommend it. Super Box Land D-Make took me 50 minutes to get the full 1000 out of 1000 gamer score, and honestly, compared to some of the games coming up, it was not awful. It wasn't. Next up, we visited the world of Gravity Duck. I mean, what can I even say about this game? You're a duck who bends gravity? Honestly, there's probably some mind-bending lore in this game somewhere that explains all of this, but I missed it. However, my time with Gravity Duck was short-lived. I managed to snag all of the achievements and the full 1000 out of 1000 in just under 20 whole minutes. Alright, we're 2 games down. We're absolutely killing it. My soul, that is. We're killing my soul. We move on to Super Willoo D-Make. I'm not sure if I'm actually saying that correctly, but the name I'm sure does sound very familiar. Super Willoo D-Make. Am I saying that properly? I still don't know. Super Willoo D-Make could... Honestly, it could send the Mario Brothers scurrying for cover. Just look at it. Look at it. It's a masterpiece. The controls, flawless. The animations, incredible. The game, I can't even describe to you the journey it sent me on. What I can say though is that in 45 minutes, I got my 1000 gamer score. So, you know, yay. I feel I should remind all of you beautiful people, I am still on December 1st. I'm still on the first day of the month. And I'm already 3,000 gamer score up. I'm trapped here. Remember, before you judge me, it was a Sunday, alright? Sunday is a day for fun, a day for celebration. It is definitely not a day for torturous video games that were making me question my very being. That was kind of a counterpoint to myself. But, anyways, we then booted up Mecha Bolt. I don't know if it was because all of the previous games were compiling, or if it was because summer had started and I was finding myself very hot, but I found myself getting irrationally angry every time I died in this one. Like, really angry, dude. I'm guessing it was just, maybe I was hungry. Who knows? Mecha Bolt wasn't particularly awful, but my will to keep playing cheap, crappy games was beginning to wear thin, alright? This is gonna be a long month. 30 minutes later, I had the 1000 out of 1000, and I decided to take a break from the madness. We were 4 games down. 4,000 gamer score up. December 1st was insane in the most pale skin way possible. I had played all of these games during the morning. 8 p.m. hit. The moon had risen. The stars were out to play. And I found myself thinking, you know what? Let's go knock out some more $7 games. Let's do it. I'm feeling it. Idiot, dude. Idiot. Him, though, is actually a really weird, bizarre game that kept me entertained the whole way through. You play as like some robot guy with a massive sword platforming around a really dark area. Yeah. Also, I didn't even get to use the sword. Wait. Maybe I hated this game? I cannot remember. It was years ago. Well, a month ago. Listen, you get the point. After jumping around for just under 40 minutes, I found myself with 1,000 out of 1,000. December 1st was drawing to a close. It had one more game for me to enjoy, alright? You can't see this, but I was doing the old, quotation marks, enjoy. Hoggy 2. Listen, alright? You're probably sitting there watching this, judging every single one of my life decisions with every single passing second. And you know what? I'm also judging myself severely, harshly. There isn't much to say about Hoggy 2 that the gameplay on the screen right now wouldn't be able to convey to you. So let's just say this. I bought this game for $5. I'm never going to see that $5 again. Oh no. I got the 1,000 out of 1,000 in 50 minutes. Yep. I played this for nearly an hour. So, to recap, December 1, 6,000 Gamerscore. More than most people get in 6 months, let alone a single day. Imagine, right? Okay, imagine this. Imagine my parents raising me, giving me a good home. All the resources I could ever ask for. And then for me to grow up and spend my time playing subpar games to inflate my Xbox Gamerscore. Yeah, I'd be proud too. December 2nd rolls around. And speaking of my parents, it was actually my mum's birthday. Wait, shout out, Mum. I love you. You're amazing. Sorry you had to have me. So, unfortunately for me, I was only able to sneak one game in. I used the term unfortunately very, very loosely here. On my mother's special day, I decided to boot up Spiral Splatter. I didn't say this with an utter certainty, alright? I hated every single second I spent playing this game. The controls are clunky, the noise the game makes when you crash into a wall is embedded permanently in my frickin' brain. And I had to spend an hour 20 getting the 1,000 out of 1,000. Spiral Splatter should be renamed Shit Splatter. That's all I have to say on the subject. Oh, also, we went out to an Indian restaurant for my mum's birthday. Oh, it was sick. I got the butter chicken. If you do not like butter chicken, I don't like you. I said it. December 3rd. What a glorious day December 3rd was. I literally can't remember anything about it. I think it was hot. We kicked off the day with a nice glass of OJ and a side of Energy Cycle. This is the entire game. Exactly what you're looking at. Colors dotted around the screen that must all be changed into the same color. Exciting stuff. What made it even more exciting is that I followed a guide. What made it even more exciting is that the way the guide was written and the way the game plays, I didn't even have to look at the screen while I played it. After 20 minutes of reading what button combinations to press, I was awarded my 1,000 out of 1,000. Honestly, might be the easiest game to complete on the Xbox One. I can recommend this game. After obliterating Energy Cycle and my glass of OJ, we moved into the beautiful world of Foxy Land. Now, this game, it's like Shovel Knight, it's like Ori and the Blind Forest, it's like Hollow Knight, but with one key difference. It is better. No, seriously guys, come on, it is better. Stop laughing. You're a fox, you run around collecting cherries and diamonds. What more do you want? I got 1,000 in 20 minutes and sadly had to bid farewell to Foxy Land. I miss it already. 2 games down in 40 minutes. We're making quick work of it today. Fractured Minds was another game where I spent most of my time staring at the guided walkthrough. I believe all of the previous games were published by the same company, Ratalaika Games. I almost certainly butchered the pronunciation of that word. Listen, I didn't finish high school, so I get a pass, okay? I get a pass. Ratalaika Games. That's what they're called. Fractured Minds, on the other hand, was published by Wired Productions and developed by a single person, Emily Mitchell. So it is very different to what I had been putting myself through with all the previous games. Fractured Minds isn't exactly a fantastic game, but its aim is to spread awareness about mental health issues. For that simple fact alone, I can recommend looking into this game, and I'm not going to say anything shit about it. I got 1,000 in just under 20 minutes, and that brought my total for December 3 to 3,000 Gamerscore in about an hour. Okay, that's not too shabby. That's pretty good. That's a good use of time. 1 hour, 3,000 Gamerscore. I'm, yeah, a nerd. Okay, sorry. For those keeping count at home, this brought me to an even 10,000 gamer score for the month of December in 3 days. Imagine if I put this kind of effort into literally anything else. December 4 enters our lives. Now, for those outside of Australia, which is a vast majority of people, I must tell you that we Australians were actually time travelers. I know, alright? Keep it under wraps. Do not tell anyone. Halo Reach was added to the Master Chief Collection on December 3rd, which was actually December 4th for me. So, when I say Halo Reach came out on the 4th of December instead of the actual release date of the 3rd of December, it is because I am a time traveler. Got it? Okay, good. Halo Reach was added to the Master Chief Collection on December 4th. So, I was relieved of playing cheap, crappy games for a day. Hooray! Thank you, Jesus. My Lord, I love you. I dabbled a little bit in the multiplayer, picked up a couple of achievements here or there, added 15 gamer score onto the 10,000 stack I had just gained. I then moved into the campaign. Honestly, one of the greatest campaigns, period. I started it on legendary difficulty, breezed through the first few levels, picking myself up another 70 gamer score for the day. December 4th netted me a total of 85 gamer score, and I can say this, alright? It was the best day of gaming I had in December so far. More does not always mean better, alright? More gamer score does not mean a better, funner experience. Except for pizza. More pizza is quite literally always better. Unless it has pineapple. Okay, no, we're not getting into this. No, we're not getting into this. December 5 started like any other morning. I rolled out of bed. I thought to myself, yes, today I'm going to be so friggin' productive. You won't believe how productive I'm going to be. Honestly, it's going to be absolutely crazy how much I get done. And I can't wait to show the world just how productive I am. And then I booted up Midnight Deluxe. Yep. Productivity. Yay. Midnight Deluxe, you whack around a square golf ball with a smile on its face. That's it. That's the game. 1,000 out of 1,000 in 40 minutes. I also just got to thinking, where the hell did they come up with the name Midnight Deluxe? Why didn't they call it Golf Squared? I'm sorry, that was shit. Later on that day, I decided to once again turn my favorite hobby into one of the greatest displeasures of my life by playing football game. In a shocking twist of events that perhaps no one saw coming, I'm not really a sports person. I know, alright? Can you believe that the nerdy, pale kid who is playing really whack games to jack up his gamer score is not into sports? I know! It's insane, isn't it? So, when I realized football game literally has the word football in it, I sighed and I resigned myself to the torture that was to follow. However, I can gladly reassure you all that not a single football is thrown by the playable character. False advertising in the title has never been so good. It never has. This was just another game that I closely followed a guide for. I tried to get through it as quick as possible, and in 25 minutes, I got my 1,000, ending December 5 in its tracks. December 6, it was another Halo Reach day, where I was slowly realizing just how bad I am at the multiplayer. I managed to snag myself 25G just from playing around. I then moved back to the campaign, played that for a little while, earning another 90G for the day, which left me on an earth-shattering amount of 115 gamer score for December 6th. That was a quick one. December 7 brings us to a full week of subjecting myself to some downright awful video games. One whole week of questioning why the hell I was doing this. And then I remembered the gamer score. I kicked off the day with Sagebrush. And honestly, for a game that moves at about 10 frames a second while displaying 4 pixels at once, I actually felt pretty interested in it. This was like the first game on the list, apart from Halo Reach, where there was some form of a story to latch onto. And latch I did. After 40 minutes of walking around and actually stopping and listening to the collectibles, I'd gotten my 1,000 out of 1,000. Well, with how pleasant Sagebrush was, I couldn't just stop there for the day, could I? Oh, no. Instead, I jumped into Hexology. Now, if you remember, I said earlier in the video that I didn't make it through high school. Well, this game was about to be my ultimate test. Numbers, maths, thinking. Nah, I'm joking. I once again just looked at the guide and breezed my way through what looked like a game made up of ancient alien hieroglyphs. 15 minutes later, I had my 1,000 and I could uninstall the one game that may have been somewhat stimulating for my brain. Sorry, brain, maybe next time. So, a week had now passed and I was sitting on 14,200 Gamerscore. That is more than a vast majority of Xbox users have obtained over years and years of playing. Many emotions are running through me at this point. The ones I can pinpoint are how disgusted and disturbed I am at myself. Wait. It's December 8. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that was either. Fair warning, I have no idea how to pronounce the title of this next game. So, I'm going to attempt to say it, and then I'm going to look up how to really say it. One-eyed kutka. Look, I'm not going to butcher it anymore. And I couldn't really find the proper way of saying this. One-eyed kutka. I don't know, man. One-eyed kutka. Look, this is what you get. This is what my uneducated brain came up with. Deal with it. Honestly, this game was so bad. It was just bad. It was bad. Like it wasn't even so bad that it was good. It was just so bad that it was bad. It was bad, man. 35 minutes of my life was spent playing this for the 1,000 out of 1,000, and it was done. After the last game, I chucked on Energy Cycle Edge. Yes. Energy Cycle from December 3rd. It has a sequel. Because why? Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? The masses were rioting for it. They wanted the sequel. The rage was intense. And they finally gave in. They relented. And Energy Cycle Edge was born. It was the exact same deal as the first game. Look at a guide. Press button. A little over an hour later, I claimed 1,000 Gamerscore. And I lost a little bit more of my soul. December 9. Crystal clear skies. Not a cloud in sight. I'm just kidding. I legitimately can't remember what I had for dinner last night, so there's no way I'm remembering the weather of some random day. I looked through my dwindling list of easy games and landed on Mechanika. Easily one of the best games I played in December, and that's saying something, alright? Because it had some steep competition. Mechanika didn't have astounding gameplay, it didn't have great graphics, but it was really weird in the best way. I mean, the writing was clever, and some of the references in the game were actually really funny. Unfortunately, I was finished with the game after 40 minutes, where I got myself the 1,000 out of 1,000. I'll miss you, Mechanika. I will. Coming in clutch after Mechanika was the Moose Man. Yep. Good old Moose Man. And so we set off on our journey of enlightenment and puzzle solving and tedious gameplay. What a thrilling journey our friend the Moose Man found himself on. Look, actually, alright, okay. If I'm honest, someone or a few someones actually tried very hard to make this game spiritual and grounded in mythology. I can respect it. The people responsible for this game, they should be proud of what they made, really. I know I've been making a lot of jokes the whole way through this video. I'm actually being sincere here. After an hour 20, I had completed the Moose Man and gained another 1,000 Gamerscore. To end off December 9, I jumped on Halo Reach and continued slogging my way through the campaign on Legendary. For my efforts, I picked up an extra 175 Gamerscore before calling it a night. I actually think I finished it here. I'm the best. December 10. It was a Tuesday. It was extremely hot, and I had an 8-hour shift at my crappy, shitty retail job. I remember because I didn't feel like also subjecting myself to crappy games after a really crappy day. So I got home, I threw on Void Bastards, which I was working through on Hard Bastard difficulty, which, sorry about that series sort of died in the water. Classic. I managed to get a single achievement on it, which gave me a whopping 50 Gamerscore for today. Side note, okay, big side note here. If you have the Xbox Game Pass, go and download Void Bastards. Just go and do it. It's amazing, alright? Please. Thank you. Alrighty. After the shit show that was December 10, December 11 rolled around in much the same fashion. Hot, long shift, crappy day. Again, I decided to not spend my time playing crappy games and instead threw on that old reliable friend, Halo Reach. I think I beat one mission and got 20 G from it, but I finished it the other night. So I think actually I just did some random achievements. Woo! Go team. Alright. At this point, my tolerance for cheap, poorly made games had dropped. The bar had dropped so low that I was actively avoiding the challenge I had set myself for the month. I mean, that's just amazing, really. The magical way video games can transport us to worlds and immerse us in a completely realistic world set with its own laws and customs. And here I was, playing Super Boxland D-Making midnight deluxe, dude. I know. You're jealous. December 12 was upon us like a dog on a walk? Man, I don't know. Oh, wait. Like bees on honey. Okay, yeah, that works. Sorry. I kicked off my day by playing a bit more Void Bastards. Managed to sag myself 20 Gamerscore that I wasn't actually looking to get. I just wanted to play Void Bastards because it's sick. Again, if you have Game Pass, bloody download it. After I had my fill of Void Bastards, I booted up another Game Pass game. Tracks the train. I can't even say it without making myself laugh. The absolutely insane thing is this was one of the best games I played in December. It was functional. It was clear what they intended the game to be. The graphics had more than 10 pixels and it actually looked decent. I didn't actually play it correctly though. See, the game allows you to basically cheat your way through all of the achievements. So in just under 30 minutes, I had got myself 1,000 Gamerscore and had to leave the wacky world of train set building behind. December 13 was another long day at work. Big shifts. Obviously, I had to take big shifts to make back all the money I spent on these easy Gamerscore games. Yep. Man, what a grim reality I have set myself in. So, when I did make it back home from work, I threw on Modern Warfare. I knocked out some of the achievements I'd left for this very month. I'm not sure how long I screwed around for. 30 minutes, maybe? Look, I managed to pick up 285 Gamerscore. I called it a night. Well. Look who it is. December the 14th. Look at you cheeky, look at you little cheeky so-and-so. I can just squeeze your freaking cheeks on me. Gorgeous. I entered the dark world of North. I don't actually know what the hell was happening in this game. I was just reading a guide and speed running it for my life. 20 minutes later, I'd clocked the game for 1,000 out of 1,000. Yeah. After barreling my way through North, I booted up another Xbox Game Pass game, My Friend Pedro. Look, listen, if you haven't heard of this game, if you haven't played it, again, if you have Xbox Game Pass, after you finish downloading Void Bastards, do yourself an absolute ripper of a favor and download My Friend Pedro. It's just fun. Plain and simple. You play as a guy who can spin around firing guns and whose best friend is a banana. I mean, honestly, if that didn't sell you on the game, I think you should really go and get yourself checked. I'm being honest. After spending a little bit of time shooting up a bunch of mobsters and listening to a talking banana, I had gained an extra 215 Gamerscore. Okay, 2 weeks had now passed since I began this soul-searching, self-discovering journey. My mind was tired. My body even tireder. That is not a word. It doesn't matter. We are wordifying it for this video. Is wordifying a word? No? We're wordifying as well. Moving on to December 15, we kick off the day with even more My Friend Pedro. Honestly, I just really enjoy this game. It's cool to just zone out and try and do your best on all the levels. I'm really bad at it as well. After a bit of time screwing around with my best friend Banana, whoa, that sounded yikes. I had accumulated 115 Gamerscore. I put Pedro on the back burner and jumped my way into Super Weekend mode. I couldn't actually remember what the hell this game was when I was writing out this script, so I actually loaded up the footage to see, and I was kind of shocked. What a game. I mean, really? What a game. It's outstanding. Super Weekend mode was done and dusted in a record-breaking 10 minutes. Yep. 10 minutes, dude, for 1,000 Gamerscore. What more can I say? To end my day, I kicked back with a bit of Void Bastards, ended up picking up another 70 Gamerscore to add to the total. Nice. December 16 led me to an absolute masterpiece of a game. I'm talking game of the decade. Game of the decade, alright? Woodle Tree Adventures. You play as this little tree guy with a leaf and you gotta hunt down fairy tears or something. The camera was shockingly bad. Yeah, that's all I really remember about it. Bad camera. Okay, look. Compared to some of the other games from early in the month, this one's a masterpiece, man. I wasn't exactly lying when I first started talking about it. An hour 30 minutes later, Woodle Tree Adventures got me the coveted 1,000 out of 1,000. Big ups to Woodle Tree. After finishing Woodle Tree Adventures, I then went to work I remember because Woodle Tree Adventures, the bad camera, just left a mad impression on me. While I was at my place of employment, my good buddy Daniel messaged me asking if I could help him get an achievement on the Xbox 360 version of Assassin's Creed 3. In short, what I'm trying to say here is that I somehow also got 30 Gamerscore on the Xbox 360 version of Assassin's Creed 3 on December 16. Yeah, random as heck. December 17 found me playing Grass Cutter. Spoiler alert for anyone who was looking forward to playing this game, you cut grass in it. Sorry, that was a really shit joke. That wasn't even a joke. Sorry. I'm ashamed of myself as well, alright? My bloodline should be wiped out, I agree. I got 1,000 out of 1,000 in an hour 15 and said farewell to my friend, the lawnmower. I'll miss you, little guy. Side note, there are going to be a couple of people, if they see or watch or hear this far into the video, that are going to be laughing. Really uncool. After that, I decided to visit Void Bastards again. I managed to beat the game on Hard Bastard difficulty. This got me a huge 350 Gamerscore. I'm not going to lie to you. After the credits rolled, I was up, jumping around my room, fist pumping like the massive white nerd that I am, alright? It was like midnight as well, and I was getting hyped, and my dog was getting hyped, and let's go. Alright, December 18 and 19 are getting rolled into one. Both days, I played one game, and that was Contrast. You play as some imaginary lady who can walk on shadows. I mean, it's pretty wild. I know, calm down, alright? It is wild. Jesus. Over both days, I didn't finish the game, mostly because I was sick of this stupid challenge. The hell was I thinking? This was a stupid idea, dude. Over the 2 days, I managed to gather 550 Gamerscore. I didn't even beat it. I was so done. I was so done. We are now getting close to the end of the journey. I have bled for this. I have cried for this. I have been drenched in sweat for this. Mostly because it's summer here in Australia and my room gets super bloody hot and I can't even sit peacefully and play video games without it perspiring like an athlete performing at the highest level. December 20 saw me boot up a game called The Station. Honestly, if I wasn't in a rush to just get the game over with and go lie down, I probably would have thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. The audio log seemed interesting, the backstory as well. Anything that takes place in space, basically I'm sucked in before I even know what it's about. However, my time with The Station was very short-lived because my brain was done with these video games. I smashed through it in 25 minutes for 1,000 Gamerscore. December 21 was here, the 3-week mark. Look how close to Christmas we are, everyone. Look, what a joyous time of year to spend with loved ones. Laughing, joking, reminiscing about the year we just had. What an enchanting time of the year. Hey, oi, Capra, what have you been up to? Yeah, you know, this and that. Boosting up my Gamerscore for some reason. Amazing couple of weeks I've had. What are you up to? For December 21st, I finished off Contrast, gained 450 more Gamerscore to round up the game. All up, I think this game took me about 3 hours over 3 days to finish it. Not too shabby. December 22nd pranced its way through the door and forced me to play a little game called Mushroom Quest. From the second I loaded into the first level, I knew I'd found something special. This game, it's world class. I mean, it's a triumph. It is a monument to all of the hard work, all of the dedication that is shown throughout the gaming industry and the culture as a whole. 20 minutes of awe-inspiring gameplay later, and that 1,000 out of 1,000 was mine. Thank you, Mushroom Quest. I'm not laughing, I swear. December 23rd snuck into our lives while no one was really watching. It delivered me one of the strangest games I have actually ever played, Transference. Now, surprisingly, this game was published by Ubisoft, which actually made me sigh in relief. Listen, say what you want about Ubisoft, because I say a lot of shit about them as well, but at least most of their games don't feel like they should have been PS1 games, alright? I'm looking at you, every other game I have played on this list. I'm also going to level with you here. I just looked at the guide while I played the whole time. What I took away from it was the house is haunted, Infinity Stones fix the house, and light switches are portals to different dimensions. I mean, 40 minutes later, I had my 1,000. What more can I say? Alright, we are well and truly rounding down the month now. As you see, we are nearly at 30,000 Gamerscore. We still have a good week left. Spoiler alert! After hitting 30,000, I was pretty much done. Yep, we've only got a couple days left of this thing, so please hang on for the rest of the ride, alright? December 24, Christmas Eve. Santa's on the way. He's got the sleigh weighed down with brand new presents for everyone. He's got a shiny, new, crappy game just for me. But We'll have to see what that is tomorrow, you know? Can't get early presents, alright? On the eve of Santa's birthday, we found ourselves playing a game called Minute. I tried to follow a guide to get the 1,000 for this, but honestly, I wasn't really great at multitasking between playing the game and reading the guide, and yeah, it just didn't happen. Let me explain. Essentially, you have 1 minute to do as much as you possibly can on the map before your character randomly dies of some unknown form of disease. It's honestly heartbreaking. It's a cycle that you will never be able to fix, and as the player, it just tears my heart apart every time it happens. I actually played the game through to completion and really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I think I will be returning to it later. I will eventually get the 1,000. On the day though, I only managed to pull 370 Gamerscore for it. Didn't even come close to the 1,000, but that's fine. Later that afternoon, as Santa approached light speed, and I mean he was zooming, I settled in to play a game called Bouncy Bullets. Listen, all the games that I've played, I wish I was making these names up. I'm not. At this point, I have no shame about what I am playing. Bouncy Bullets seems like a fitting end game, to be honest. I mean, look at it. Look at it, for God's sake. With 20 minutes down the drain, I had indeed succeeded in picking up the 1,000 Gamerscore. Christmas Day has arrived. Santa crashed through the roof of my house. He stole the gingerbread house that my sister had lovingly crafted, set the fish tank on fire, and he left the final, crappy, cheap piece of garbage game on my Xbox with a note saying, "Dear Capra, one final game for the road. Your friend Satan." I mean Santa. Santa, we got beef, bro. December 25. The day that many people are gathering with their families to tuck into a nice meal and watch that one aunt get a little bit too intoxicated. And here I was, loading up my Xbox for one last game. One last knife to my heart, one last prod at my soul. Bird Game Plus. Santa, I gotta hand it to... Mate, I have to hand it to you. What a game to give me to play on Christmas. I'll get you, you hairy, joyous guy. You think I won't get you? Every time I died in this game, I felt pure Christmas rage erupting inside me. Every time some stupid camera angle made me get hit, my candy cane blood boiled, I swear to God. Every second that passed by as I grudgingly, and it was grudgingly, playing the game Santa had given me, I felt like 100 years stuck in hell with Lucifer himself spitting on my face. Somewhere, probably halfway through the game, my rage turned to pure loathing. I was sick of this challenge. I was sick of playing these awful games. I mean, for God's sake, I was playing a game called Bird Game Plus. What? What is that? After 40 agonizing minutes, I clawed my way to the 1,000 out of 1,000. I then proceeded to uninstall Bird Game Plus, and then I uninstalled all of the other crappy games I had lined up for the month. I was done. I hated everything at this point. The 30,000 mark had been cracked, and my mind had also been cracked. If my spirit had been willing, I probably could have got 40,000 Gamerscore for the month of December. Honestly, I'd given up 2 weeks ago at this point. I had had enough. And 30,000 was where I was going to stay. The next day was Boxing Day, 26th of December. To celebrate breaking free from these self-appointed shackles, I played some Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order. I picked up 90 Gamerscore just from playing, doing random things. This random 90 Gamerscore that I picked up is where the month ended, with 90 Gamerscore collected from Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order. The month had come to a close. Around this time in December, The Witcher TV show had just come out on Netflix, and I had binge watched it. And the whole time I watched it, I wanted nothing more than to play The Witcher 3 again for like the 7th time. I have longed to play a game that was actually enjoyable for the whole of December. That's exactly what I did for the rest of the month. I played The Witcher 3. I'm still playing it. Even recording this now, I keep thinking about how much I wish I was playing The Witcher. For the whole month of December, my gaming schedule looked like this. I would get on, I would play my shitty game, I would get my Gamerscore, and then I'd turn my Xbox off because I just couldn't be bothered. That is the cost of Gamerscore. This sounds like anti-drugs, like anti-Gamerscore or something. Kids, get your Gamerscore legitimately. Our grand total for the month of December rolled in at 30,000 2,990 Gamerscore, which brought us up from our starting Gamerscore of 226,185 to a solid 257,175 Gamerscore overall. So, what do we learn from this video? Number one, Gamerscore is a valuable number on your Xbox Live profile, and the higher it is, the more girls will be impressed by you. Number two, buying a crapload of $7 games to boost up your Gamerscore is definitely the wisest thing you could do with that hard-earned money. And number three, I have no life. I have no life. 10 out of 10. Would do that again. Okay guys, that is a wrap on the video. Thank you so much for watching it. This was actually a lot of fun to make, even though I make it seem like I was really pissed off the whole time. This is actually pretty fun to make. I don't think it was fun enough to ever do it again though, so no. Maybe I'll do a sequel this December coming up. No. Yes? No. Yes. No. No. No, probably not. I wanted to get this out a lot earlier in January. We're now at the end. It might even be February by the time this comes out. I wanted to get this out a lot earlier. Life gets in the way, alright? We've been having some massive bushfires in Australia at the moment. Those bushfires were very close to me. I wasn't actually in any immediate danger, but they were close enough that it was a little bit worrying. So a bunch of time got taken up there, you know. It's been extremely hot. If I sit in my room for any more than 10 minutes on a hot day, I just start, it's a sauna. I start sweating. Honestly, it's actually disgusting. Sorry that this video is so late. It's going to be a bit of a different year. Last year, I was doing the gameplay. I was doing the full gameplay run-throughs, you know, Rage 2, the DLC. I started Void Bastards. It's going to be a bit of a different year. I'm not going to do that anymore. While that is fun, the editing process is just... it's too much. It's too much, and I don't want to do it. I would rather do videos like this. So, this video was quite big. They're not all going to be like this. I feel like I'm going to be getting myself into a bit of a rhythm now. Get excited. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be trying to upload at least once a week this year, alright? One video a week. Not of this size and caliber, but, you know, something interesting every week. We'll see how we go. It's going to be all video game related. As I said many times, I am Pale. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay out of trouble, and please, take it easy.